What's going on, everybody? And thank you for. Ooh, look at my camera. It's all off centered. Lord Jesus. Hey, what's going on, everybody? And thank you for tuning in to another edition of the Man Up Real Talk podcast. I am your host with the most, Mr. Michael Wiley, saying greetings and salutations to all of you, our faithful followers and listeners. Listen, y'all already know we appreciate all the likes, the shares, and the clicks and the downloads. I hope you ain't got motion sickness as I adjust this camera. And whatever it is that you do to support this podcast, we do not take it for granted. Now, for those of you all that's joining us for the first time, I want to say welcome. And for everyone else, I'll say welcome back because your boys is back on the air with the Man Up Real Talk podcast, a podcast for the people. Who are these people, you may be asking? Well, we are the people. I'm talking about you and me and your cousins, your aunts, the dude at the corner store, the cat that just fixed your car, whoever. Talking about us. We are the people. Phil will be joining me shortly. We have been having some technical difficulties. God bless technology. I tell you, boy, that technology is a blessing and a curse at the same time. Look, that's him calling right now, probably saying, Mike, I didn't get the link. Watch this, because we live and I'm goofy like that. Hello, Philip. Look at this. Look at you, boy. Black people, I tell you. All right, man, no problem. Be looking out for it. See, that's what I deal with. That's what I deal with, people. That's what I deal with. But technical difficulties aside, we are here, we are live, and we appreciate you all for joining us on this evening. Listen, whoever, if y'all hanging out with us, if you're in the chat, go ahead and shout yourself out and just say, Mike, we in the building, man. We here. So I can give you a big shout out and say what's up as I try to get Philip in here and get him logged on. He said he was set up and everything, but I don't know. I'm wondering about that. I'm a little doubtful about if Mr. Hines was actually set up like he said he was, but he said he was. So I'm gonna go ahead and take his word for it. Listen, I hope you all have been having a wonderful day. We had a great week on this week. If you all missed it, Mr. Eddie K. Phillips had joined us on. He joined us this past Tuesday, and we had an excellent conversation. If you all did not see it, I encourage you to go back and watch it. It was excellent conversation. Sister Randolph, God bless you, darling. I see you. I appreciate you hanging out with me on this evening. And everyone else, I don't see you, but I see you tuning in. So I appreciate y'all. We had a really interesting conversation this past week, this past Tuesday. And we were talking about the N word, the power of the N word, and our use of the word, and how we have basically deluded ourselves into thinking that that us using it is somehow taking power away from the word, which in fact it is not. So, it was a really good conversation. So as I said, I encourage you to go back and watch the episode. We appreciate Mr. Phillips for hanging out with us. What we got coming up next week, I have Mr. Bennett from Chicago Public Schools. He's principal in one of the Chicago Public Schools, and he's going to be joining us. And we're going to be talking about e-learning. I've heard so many parents talk about e-learning, and I've seen so many news reports talk about e-learning and how our kids are at more of an educational gap because of e-learning, and it's putting them further and further behind. And I've seen e-learning at its best and at its worst. So I wanted to talk to him and also have a parent on and just kind of get both perspectives on this e-learning thing, because I don't think it's something that's going to go away anytime soon. So we're going to have him. I'm going to be happy to have him on, and then following him on that following Tuesday, we're going to have a young couple. Brandon and I forget his wife, man. I'm so sorry, Brandon, if you're watching. Get your wife's name. If you're here, just put a name in the chat. Young couple, they have a podcast called Married at 23. It's a really dope podcast, and I love it because they are so open and so honest about everything. So I wanted to have them on. We're going to be chopping it up and talking about some good things. And then on the last Tuesday of this month, we're going to have Miss Cynthia Mondin. She is our entrepreneur featured for this month. As I said, we are going to continue to feature entrepreneurs all throughout the year and have them on. Hey, Philip, glad you can join us, man. Appreciate you. Somebody normally send it through email. Messenger work. You be messaging me all the time, man. Stop it. Just stop it.
You always send through email. You never
Stop.
send through messenger. You switched it up on me today, Playboy.
Don't you use a computer, Philip?
But you sent through email, Mike.
Don't you use a computer, Phil?
Stop.
I'm just saying. It's Messenger. Stop acting like you don't know how to use Messenger.
I don't have access Messenger on this laptop. I don't have it
that old, Phil. You're not that old. I know you may feel like it. You know the way you be falling off ladders and everything, but you ain't that old. Stop it. Now you stop it. Who getting drafted, Phil? Because I know that's what you're watching. Who getting drafted? Uh-huh. Yeah. Anyway, glad you can join us, Mr. Philip Hines, Mr. AKA Mr. Classic, AKA OG, Triple OG. That's right, Lonnie. I use his whole government, Philip. Actually, I didn't use his whole name. I just called his first name. That's what you do when you want. Look how heated he looking. Look at him. Go ahead, say something, Phil. Go on. I dare you. Go ahead. Go on. I'm gonna give you the mic. I'm gonna even give you a close up. Go ahead.
Man, take this camera off me, yo.
Nope. Go on. Get it out your system. Anyway, as I said, glad y'all can join us. Listen, I want to talk to you guys, man. I really wanted to recap this past episode that we had because it was really interesting. As I said, we were talking about us using the N word, and I thought it was really cool because we had gotten into a conversation, and we were talking about how we use it, and I was talking about how my kids and they friends using the name Black, and ultimately we got to a point in the conversation where we was just like, listen, I just don't appreciate other races using it because they just shouldn't. And so the question was, and I'm asking you guys that's tuning in this same question, should we use it? Is it something that we should use? And is it something that we should say, no, it's exclusive to us? And because we took the power away from it and now it's ours. I had a different view. I had a different point of view on it. Philip had a different point of view. And Phil, why don't you share how you felt about it? And if you think we should stop using it, or if we shouldn't stop using it, or do you think, hey, it is what it is and why worry about it?
I mean, Eddie, he has some valid points on why we shouldn't use it.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd be lying to say if I'm not going to use it. But I still believe that no matter how we feel about it, I still believe that white people shouldn't be able to use it.
Should anyone be able to use it, though? That's the question.
I mean, to each his own, Mike. To be honest with you, folks are going to continue to call each other nigga. Trust me. Whether it's right or wrong. Eddie K. Phillip has some great points about why we shouldn't use it. He really did.
It's interesting, though, because he was saying how, because of the origin of the word, you would think, and because we know where the word has come from, or what it stems from, it would be something that we would want to just eliminate from our vocabulary and from our everyday use. And, as generations come and as generations go, it would be something that you would think that we would be like, man, this word is just, we shouldn't even have this word in our vocabulary, but it just seems like we continue to give it the power that we say we've taken away from it, and I kind of agree with him on that one. We're kind of, we've kind of fooled ourselves into thinking that we've really taken the power away from the word because we really haven't, if you think about it. Because if we have, it's like if we really have taken the power away from the word, I don't think we would be as touchy as we are when we hear people outside of the Black race use it. And I just think that, instead of fooling ourselves and saying we've taken this power, we really should be saying we've just accepted the word and we just use it and we just feel like no one else can use it, which is a bit of a double standard if you think about it. But it is what it is, man. It's living and learning, and hopefully it's something that I would hope that it's a word that would eventually just disappear. But unfortunately, as long as you have ghettos and gangster rap and whatever else, it's going to continue to be there. So I don't know, man. It's one of those things. Here's something though. Speaking of the N word, I came across something earlier this week which I thought was interesting, and I wanted to I wanted to talk about it with you guys. There's a cop who actually got fired for using the N word. There's instances where where he actually, I'm gonna read what it's. I'm just want to read a little bit of from the article here. It says that this policeman was fired from his job this week after a random body cam audit caught him referring to a group of people as niggers during an arrest, according to Tampa Bay Times. There was, let's see, a school resource officer at Middleton High School who, actually, the gentleman who got fired was a school resource officer at Middleton High School who has spent 8 years on the force, and he allegedly called several individuals ghetto niggers on November 13th while talking on the phone with a friend, and again while he spoke with his wife. And he used the word twice during another arrest, and then again during another conversation with his spouse. And this case has caused outrage online, considering, the Tampa Bay's police department history of violence in April 20th, when you had 5 officers that fired 125 bullets into a car that killed a black man. But prosecutors later decided not to file charges, and none of those involved were ever punished, according to Tampa Bay Times. What you think about that, man? Think he should have been fired?
What you say?
Do you think he should have been fired?
The cop?
Yeah.
What you think?
I don't know, man. I'm asking you. That's why I'm asking. This conversation field. Do you think he should have been fired?
I'm gonna be honest with you. My mind was somewhere else right now. Could you say it again, Mike?
A policeman got fired for using the word nigger, Phil. Do you think he should have been fired?
Was he white?
Actually, no. He was not white. He was black.
Well, you still got to show some type of professionalism. You're a police officer. You can't be running around calling people niggas just because everybody else is doing it.
But he black.
Don't matter. He's a policeman. It don't matter. He's a policeman. He still got to show some type of decorum.
But don't he get a pass?
No, he don't get a pass. He don't get a pass because nobody nigga when he's a police officer. Now, off duty, if you want to call your homeboys niggas, that's cool. But when you're out there supposed to be policing the community, you can't be calling folks niggas. No, you still got to show some professionalism.
But
you're not gonna go to your job and just call. You're not going to your job and just unless it's cool like that. But you're not going to no corporate place just yelling nigga like that. No matter how much nigga you say when you're around your friends, you still have to have some type of decorum about yourself.
But we've taken the power from that word, though.
Mike, stop it. Stop.
Just saying.
Mike, come on, Mike. You understand, Mike? You get it. Look,
man. Get it. All I'm saying is that sometimes, and y'all can hate me if you want to, it don't matter. I just think we want it both ways in some instances. Like, do I believe that he should have been fired? No, especially after you had 5 police officers that shot a car 125 times, and ain't none of them they didn't even get desk duty.
They should have got fired also.
And they didn't. There was no charges brought against them, and they killed a man. All he did was just identify with people that he identified with. That's all he did. And it was in casual conversation on a couple of times. This was a random a random body cam check. That's what it was. It wasn't like it was something it was a random body cam check. They were just like, oh, let's check this. And they was like, oh, wait. And this is the time that they decided to show decorum. This is the time when they decided to say, well, man, look, we're trying to hold a certain, as you said, it's a certain level of professionalism they're trying to hold, and this, that, and the other. You want to now hold that? You want to now hold up that banner when a brother's calling somebody a nigga? But when they killing people, that's all right. I mean, we are so mixed up, man. It's just unbelievable to me. The fact that this dude was even fired is and the only reason that they gave was because, just like you, he was unprofessional. That was the reason. But I'm assuming killing people is professional.
That's not professional either, Mike. I mean, I'm not saying that is worse than the other one. It don't matter. Those guys should have been fired. They didn't get fired. Okay. They should have been in jail. They killed someone.
Absolutely.
What you still got to understand is when you work at a job, there's a certain way you have to be. And if you're a police officer, you can't. If you black, I don't care how many times you say nigga when you at home. You still can't get out on the streets because I'm black and I'm a police officer. I can say, come here, nigga, to a civilian. You can't do that, Mike.
But he should have been fired. Fired?
Yes, fired, Mike.
I just don't believe he should have been fired, man. I just don't. Maybe do like they do when the white cops do that stuff. They send them to sensitivity training. That's what they do. They fired a black guy for using the N-word against black people. Fired him. Now I'm curious, how many of them random body cam tests that they ran, and some of them white boys used that word. How many of them did they fire?
Well, Mike, you already know how the system is. Let's not act like we blind to how the system is.
I'm surprised that you said he should be fired. That's what I'm tripping on.
Mike, the whole thing is, no matter what, black or white, it's a standard. You're a police officer, Mike. You can't be out there calling nobody nigger or none of that. I don't care how, you could be the blackest guy in the world. You still can't be just out there yelling nigger. You're a police officer. Calling civilian niggas. You still have an image to uphold. And that's not professional. It's really not.
I mean, am I the only one who thinks he shouldn't have been fired? I just don't think that them firing him was the best thing to do, because it looked a little suspect. That's all I'm saying. It's like, you gonna fire a brother for using the N-word against other black people, and instead of maybe saying, listen, it wasn't professional, and this is something that we do not approve of. However, what we're going to do is just to say, we're going to send you this type of training. Even though I'm gonna be honest with you, that would have been BS, to be all honest with you. But they just gonna fire the guy. You use the N-word. It wasn't very professional.
He didn't have the right complexion.
Huh?
He didn't have the right complexion.
I guess. Okay, so at least somebody agreed with me. He shouldn't have been fired, reprimanded, yes. Him using the word was not racism, just ignorance. Yeah, I don't think it was ignorance. I think
that
it was
nigga knew what he was doing.
Yeah, I'm like that. That wasn't ignorance.
That nigga knew exactly what he was doing. That wasn't no ignorance. You knew you was going to be out there.
He was at the school. It was like, look at these niggas here. And you know what though? I honestly think, man, those body cams are kind of janky though, dude. Because I wonder how in the world it can catch them doing this type of stuff. It can catch stuff like this, but it can't catch people killing folks. I don't understand. How is that? How does that work? How does that actually work? Let's see. He shouldn't have been fired. Fried. What? Freed?
She said he should have been fired. Fried.
He should have been fired?
He was unprofessional. We're not going to get away with everything. He just like us still have to abide by the rules. It may be part of their policy, which it probably is.
Wow.
But if you work corporate right now, anybody work corporate right now, go into your job just yelling nigga and watch your behind get fired.
I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think they'll fire you right on the. I don't
Man,
think.
they gonna fire you on the spot, dude.
I don't think they're gonna fire you on the
White folk
spot
gonna get rid of you so quick.
because not if I'm talk. Let me tell you something. There's a difference when there is a stark difference in when if somebody white is calling somebody a nigger and if somebody black is calling them. You think they're going to get offended because I called somebody else a nigger? No, but it's optics. It looks good for them to say, Mike, you can't do that. But 9 times out of 10, they probably don't care. Now, if somebody white did that, then yes, now they have to do something to not appear to be racist. So you know what they're going to do? That they may even suspend him for a day, but they're not going to fire him. They're going to send him to some type of sensitivity training, make sure that that he make him write lines. I will not call my black co-workers a nigga. Write that 100 times, but they're not going to fire him. They're just not going to do it. And I just don't. I think that they firing this man was a little bit on the extreme side. I'm just gonna. I'm. This is just me. I think it was a little bit extreme. I think they should have. I think they should have extended him the same courtesy that they would have extended his white counterparts, sending him some type of sensitivity training, let him sit behind a desk maybe for some days.
They not.
I'm not. But I'm just saying, I'm really shocked at how you all really feel that he should have been fired. I'm surprised by that. I'm really surprised by that.
What surprised you about that?
I'm just saying because it's to me, it's not a fireable offense. And especially it's just not. I mean, I've seen it too many times. Right. I've seen it so many times when when I've seen too many times when people do stuff like that and they haven't gotten fired. And they were just like, yeah, I was like, who was that recently? Was it Kentucky or somebody that was there? I think it was like KFC or one of these restaurants or somebody. And in their corporate meetings, they was just like, listen, y'all gotta kind of tone it down a little bit. Or it was something or other that they said. I don't have that with me, but they have meetings for this stuff. They have meetings for this stuff, and they were just like, listen, you got to be careful. You got to be mindful. You're trying to be inclusive and all this other stuff. And then they're going to fire the brother for using the word? I mean, but if he was white, I get it. You want to make it good, you want to make it look good, but man, this dude was black and you're going to fire him for using the N-word. I just don't think I don't think that was I don't think that was the right way to go. I just don't. Jack says because he knew better, they may get away with it sometimes, but don't let the wrong person hear them. I mean, I get that. I get it. But I've seen people keep their jobs and have done far more offensive things than what he did. And for them to fire him, I just think it was a bit extreme, man. I mean, I guess I'm in the majority with that because I understand being a professional and everything, but I don't think it was right. I think that was a little bit on the extreme side with that one. I just do. But apparently you don't feel that way. I guarantee that if this was a white co-worker did it, they would have been upset. Well, yeah, and rightfully so. Just like Phil said, white people shouldn't be able to use it. But I'm just saying, it looks bad. To me, it looks bad for you to fire the brother because he used the N-word. It just looks bad. It just does. And I don't think he should have lost his job for something like that. And maybe it was ignorance. I don't think it was. I don't think it was racism. I just think it was he was comfortable with where he was and comfortable with saying the word, just like we all are. And he said it with no reserves. And as a result of that comfort, he lost his job for something like that. And I just don't think he should have. That's just me.
What's next on agenda, young man?
Hold on one second. Trying to pull it up right now. Man, I'll tell you, this thing, it's been acting goofy all afternoon. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. Wow, even Lonnie said no pass on the job. That's crazy. Man, I'm definitely in the minority on this one.
Because Mike, look, come on, let's be honest, Mike. You know doggone well you can't go on your job. Nigga. It's some black, not all brothers are brothers, Mike. It's some black folks that might fire you saying nigga a little bit too much. You get some of them, some of them, you know, them Oreo brothers. Yeah, they gonna pull you to the side. Mr. Wiley, could you come in for a minute? We don't do this here, and we might not need your assistance anymore. You can't do that type of stuff. You still, Mike, I understand your point, but you still have to show some professionalism when you have positions like that. You got to, Mike.
I get that. I'm not saying that he shouldn't be professional. I'm just saying that they didn't handle it professionally.
Of course they did. They let the white boy kill you, and he go to the system train, like you said. But that's our law system. You got the right complexion, it's gonna work for you, bro.
Yeah, but obviously I'm looking at it wrong because y'all was like he should have been fired. Like I'm wondering, was this a first offense? Is he always somebody that's
Mike,
been
let me tell you something. He probably somebody that got a lot of demerits in his book. He probably got called on a couple of times. He probably in the hood. You know, you get these cops in the hood that's roughing folks up, and some people they report them. They get smart enough to remember that badge number. That's what they tell you. Police approach you, the first thing you look at is the badge number.
That's true. I don't know.
You know what I'm saying? So he probably, you don't know how many demerits that dude probably got in his folder.
True.
So that probably wasn't the first offense. That's probably why they fired him. Okay, we can get enough of you.
See, and that's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering if that was the first offense or if that was something that.
No, it probably wasn't the first offense, Mike. It probably wasn't.
He normally does.
Hold on, what Fred say? What worries me about a cop using the N-word makes him look like one of those cops that think he's better than other blacks, still not a fireable offense. I understand what you're saying, Fred. I really do, bro, but you know how it go for us, man. And like I said, we really don't know if that was that man's first offense. That man probably got all type of demerits in his folder.
I don't know, man. When he was saying it makes him look like one of those cops that think he's better than other blacks.
Good. Yeah. Remember black cop put the gun. They put the gun in Trey neck.
But see the danger in that.
He was black as coal, and he hated his own kind. I mean, we got a lot of black folks out here that don't like black folks, and a lot of black cops, black police showing off for the white cop.
I definitely get that. You know, the danger with this is that, you know, and just the danger in that statement, you know, about him saying that he felt like he was better than other blacks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we use this statement all the time, and we can see people that we may think a certain thing about, be like, oh my God, you know, look at these niggas over here. Is that us with a superiority complex that we think that we're better than other black people?
You say, look at these niggas over here.
Yeah, it's just like he was like, if I took this rationale, when him saying that he make him look like he's one of those cops that think he's better than other blacks because he used the N-word. Now, my thing is like I said, it's just like a lot of us use that word just in casual conversation. I don't know if that was his case where he was just like, yeah, he thought he was better than other blacks. But
we really don't know, though, Mike. We really don't know.
We really don't know. My only concern is that when I think about that, And when we use that word when we're describing other people, or is that us thinking that we are better than some other black people? I mean, because think about how many times you hear people say this. Like, you'd be like, man, I want to do this, that, and the other, but I don't feel like going. I don't feel like I don't want to go here because it ain't nothing but a whole bunch of niggas over here. And I know you've heard people say that. I know you've heard them say that. Is that us thinking that we are better?
No, that's you saying that you ain't trying to go over here because I ain't trying to deal with all these niggas over here today. I ain't trying to deal with the stress. I ain't trying to deal with what they going on. Evidently, them niggas that you know over there, whenever you go over there, you never have a good time. So now me and Kelly gonna stay home because I ain't trying to be bothering them niggas over there tonight. I'm not. So you take it as that. So not saying you superior, you just don't feel like being bothered with them niggas at that moment. That's all. So you're not sounding superior by saying that, Mike. What you're saying is, I want some peace tonight. So me and Kelly gonna stay here. We ain't gonna deal with them niggas over there.
Interesting.
Who got fired?
Who got fired? Lord, black people late to the party. Well, Sean, what we're discussing is there was a black cop in Atlanta. I'm not in Atlanta, but in Tampa Bay, in Florida rather. He got fired for using the N-word.
He was in Florida?
Yeah, he was in Florida.
Yeah, he's gonna get fired, man. Oh yeah, man. Of course he's gonna get fired down there in Florida.
Consequently, the cop was black who got fired for using the N-word. And I thought it was what do you agree with, Jennifer? She just popping in talking about some she agreed. Boy, I tell you, what do you agree with? You agree with not dealing with them niggas over there, or you agree with the man getting fired?
That's she agree with.
I need to know these things.
Jennifer, you going to that party tonight? No, I don't feel like dealing with them niggas tonight, so I'm gonna stay home. So you not sound superior, Mike. You just saying that I don't feel like being bothered. I don't feel like going through whatever I go through with them. Not tonight.
What if that was what he was saying? Because he just knew how these particular niggas were in this particular area.
No, dude, you still Mike.
Oh my goodness. Oh my good. Okay, all right. Go ahead. Give me your explanation.
Mike, listen. Ain't no guy know he can, dude. You can know every dude in that. We're gonna stop saying nigga like that too. We're gonna you can know every dude in that whole neighborhood by name, first, last. It still don't give you a right while you're supposed to be policing the community to be yet calling folks niggas, man. And like I said, that wasn't his first time. Now that I'm thinking about it, if you bold enough, you ride around calling people nigga like that, you whooping on some folks too. And you might be shaking down a couple of drug dealers. So like I said, you don't know how many demerits that man got in his folder, Mike.
And this is why it goes back to my original argument. The power that we claim that we have stripped from this word, the power that we claim that we have, released, or relinquished from this word is the biggest lie that we could ever tell ourselves, because we haven't.
It's just not lexicon, Mike. We ain't no power, man. Come on, dude. When you was young, you heard people saying nigga.
No,
when you got old, you start calling your homies. What's up, my nigga?
No, but what I'm saying, when you hear people, when you hear black people say, "Hey, why do you use that word?" The first thing they say is because it's empowering for me to use that word. No. It's because we've taken something that once had a negative connotation,
and we turned it around and made it positive.
And we've turned it around to make it a term of endearment.
Yeah.
And in the process, we've stripped it of its power. But we haven't. And this is what I'm trying to get across. The very thing that we think we've done, we didn't really do it. Because that word still has the same power today that it had over 400 years or so ago. It's the same power.
If a white person said though, Mike, you got to put that in there.
Obviously, that's not true, because the dude just got fired because of that. And it wasn't because, and let me tell you something, it wasn't because of him not being professional. He got fired because of the word. He got fired because of that word, because that word still holds power. It still holds power, and it still holds power over you because you are determined to say no one else can use this word, only me. That's not power. That's just saying that's entitlement. And I'm just like, why do we want to hold on to something that was so nasty, that was so negative? And like Eddie said the other night, it was the last word that a lot of people heard before they died. What is empowering about this word that we have to hold on to it? Just to have something to say, hey, white people, we can do this and you can't?
But that now, Mike. But we got to say this though, Mike. ER and A. We got to say that now. We just can't say that. Now it was different terms. It was nigger.
But it's. I mean, listen. If we.
I'm just saying, Mike. I'm just saying.
I didn't mean for this to turn.
Put that in the conversation. I understand what you're saying, but you got to put that in the. You got to put that in the conversation.
Okay, but that's not. Here's the thing with that though. That spelling. It's still the same word. It's just a play on phonetics. That's all it is. It's something. It's a clever way that somebody figured out how to spell the word nigger. That's all it is. And they trying to make it seem like this is a different word. Nigga is a different word than nigger. And it's not. It's all in pronunciation. That's all it is. Because we as black people, we have.
But do you say my nigger or my nigga?
But that's just my dialect. That's just the slang that I use. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, when I get angry, when I get pissed off, I use ER.
No, you don't, Mike.
Yes, I do. Don't tell me what I don't use. Yes, I do. Because let me tell you something. There's a joke that this guy told some years ago. And he was like, listen, if you're going to be a nigger, he said, if I'm going to be a nigger, I would rather be that nigger than this nigger. He said, and there's a difference. He said, because when people say that nigger right there, they always use it in a positive term, like that nigger going places, that nigga doing things, that nigga going to be somebody. When you refer to this nigga here, it's normally a negative thing. You go out to the club with your boys, and then 20 minutes later, you come back like, Dad, what happened? This nigga here forgot his ID. So it's always a bad thing that's associated with being this nigga other than that nigga there. So I always found that to be funny. But it really, all it is just some white guy, because it all just goes back. Yeah, it's just slang. It's different spelling, same. Thank you, Mariah. God, Jesus, somebody on my side in this chat today. Praise God. No, Sean, not you. I'm talking about Mariah. Look, just as slang, different spelling, same meaning. That's all I'm talking about. Sean is saying, yeah, it's entitlement, but our culture feel entitled to so much. We are entitled at church, like we own the seat, the parking space, the ministry. We as a people are too entitled, and this hurts us and holds us back because it's really false entitlement.
Yeah.
Now
I can understand what he's saying.
I get that. I have to debunk that a little bit. And the only reason I say that is because now there are certain things that we just not entitled to. You don't own a pew at church. It's not your seat. Just because you've been at that church for 20 years and you done sat in that seat for so long to the point where your butt imprint is in the pew does not mean that's your spot.
Relax.
I'm so sick of people when I go to church. I'm like, this is my seat over here.
Chill.
Listen, since we affectionately use the term nigga, let me affectionately say, nigga, please. Mike, that is not your pew.
Relax, Mike.
Unless you actually donated some money to the church and your name is on the nameplate, okay. But in the meantime, it ain't your seat. Just because you park there every Sunday don't make it your spot. It just means that you just one of the niggas that's on time.
All right, let's get back on nigga, Mike. Let's get back on nigga.
I'm talking about him right now.
No,
here's the thing. We always have had this false sense of entitlement when it comes to certain things. Always. Let's just be honest. We always have. There's this thing because we've always felt that people owe us something, and to an extent that they do. But you're not owed everything. You're just not. I'm sorry to be the one to break it to you, but you ain't. But everybody don't owe you something. Everything that you claim ain't yours. A lot of times, people just don't feel like dealing with your foolishness, and they just let you believe what you want to believe. Okay, baby, that's your seat. But guess what? If I need you to get up, you're gonna get your little dusty self up. I'm just saying. I get so sick of us sometimes. Be like, oh, this is mine. I deserve it. What did you do to deserve it? Did you work for it? Did you earn it? Did you put any type of effort to get it? You want to talk about entitlement? Jesus Christ. We sometimes are the most falsely entitled people in the world. Now, there are some things that we are owed, absolutely, because this country was built on the backs of free labor. Absolutely. And I believe that we should be paid and we should be compensated for the work that our people did. And I believe that that's coming. I really do. I really believe if there's going to be a shift and black people are going to be in a position where they have never been in, and it's going to be a good thing. But stop walking around here with this people owe me. Niggas don't owe you nothing. Don't owe you nothing. But you walk around here with like this sense of entitlement, and then you don't want to do nothing to get anything. You just expect people to give it to you. I'm like, where they do that at? Now Sean pissed me off with that thing but people like that, dude. They act like that.
Yeah, I know, Mike. Get back on nigga. Get off that.
I can't stand that.
All right, Mike. Okay.
I can't stand that. But back to what I was saying, it's not a different in the word. You know what it was? It was a white guy who cleverly thought of a way to spell a word to make it look like it was something different. Jerry Heller said, hey, since you guys want to call yourself niggas with attitudes, NWA, instead of spelling it Nigger, why don't you spell it this way?
Jerry Heller did not come up with that.
I bet you. I bet you.
Hey, come on, man. You know what?
Look, let me tell you something, and then I'm gonna let you talk. Let me say this.
No,
a lot of stuff, like when you look at, we talked about this about movies. Now think about this. A lot of the movies that come out about black people, it has to be approved by somebody white somewhere. And I promise you, they look at the script and they look at this, and there's some things that they approve and there's some things that they don't. Because here's what they don't want to. They really don't want all of the truth to come out. So they approve certain movies with certain scripts and certain storylines because those are safe. And it's palatable for white people to digest. I'm just going to be honest. If it's some white people on here, y'all know I love y'all, but I got to be honest. They make this stuff so it's easy for some of them to digest, right? Same thing with I almost guarantee you that there was some white collaboration when NWA was sitting up there was trying to come up with a name, and they said, let's spell it this way because it looks better and it's easier to digest. I promise you they did that.
Yeah, but they had the name even before they met Jerry Heller.
Yeah, but they didn't have the spelling.
It was spelled Nigga.
I promise you they didn't, dude.
Oh my God, Mike.
Okay, Phil. Okay, who they had the name? Okay, they had the name. So they had the name, had the spelling and everything.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so why didn't they spell it Nigger? Why didn't they put
folks was the reason why they changed it because, like you said, folks was taking it back and whatever with the power thing, but we took the term nigga and it's somewhat a false terms of endearment towards us. That's not say to anybody that don't like using it, don't use it. But folks are going to use that word, and I'm not going to knock them for using it. That's just my opinion.
I don't knock them for using it. I'm just saying it's just another example of false entitlement. We believe that we're entitled to a name or a term that meant nothing but our detriment. and we're trying to take ownership over something that we don't really need. And then we get upset when other people use it. All I'm trying to get you all to see is that you've been fooling yourselves. I've been fooling myself because we think that we have relinquished the power that this word has, and we really haven't. We just haven't. Now, I know y'all. Now, if you outlook, you're gonna continue to use it. I'm not gonna sit up here and try to play. I'm not gonna try to be. I'm not gonna try to be a grammar Nazi and be like, "Ah, George, you can't use that word." Look, you do whatever you want to. You're grown. I ain't saying what you should. I'm not saying what you should and what you shouldn't use. All I'm saying is that it's just something to think about. It's something to honestly think about. Like and false entitlement, that whole that whole thing. It's just something to think about. Everything is not owed to us. It's just not. There is a lot owed to us, absolutely, but everything everything is not owed to us. And we got to stop using that as an excuse for our failures sometime. Yes, there are some systemic things that set up to keep us back. Yes, there are some unfair advantages that our European counterparts have. Yes, I understand all of these things, but there are some things that we absolutely can obtain. And a lot of us don't because it's easy for us to say, I can't do it because of this. And we want people to just give it to us. Now, you don't have to agree with me. You ain't gotta like it. But sometimes, it's hard to swallow the truth when you're choking on your own pride. So I'm just saying, I think this was definitely a double standard with this police department, though. I mean, I really just don't see how they thought this was great optics to fire this brother for saying it, because you just had a white guy to kill black guys and you ain't firing none of them. It just looks bad, but it looks even worse because y'all think he should have been fired. No, I just can't. When are we gonna do a GoFundMe for this brother? Can I get a GoFundMe page for this man? That's all I'm saying. Are we gonna do a GoFundMe page for this brother?
For who?
For the guy who got fired. What you agree with this time, Jennifer? She just agreed. What is she? Oh, Lord Jesus. Give us free. What's good, nephew? I see you. I appreciate you tuning in, man.
Nephew.
Lord Jesus. No, we kind of saying the same thing. I definitely don't agree with the self entitlement, but there are some things that we are entitled to. That's all I was saying. So yeah, I'm not debunking it. I'm completely agreeing with you on that, especially when it comes to seats and parking spaces. Oh my God.
Get off of that, Mike.
I can talk all day on that stuff,
you know
man.
What? Black folks not just on the entitled race here. White folks are entitled about this country.
Yeah, that's a false sense of entitlement too.
That's some false that. So yeah, we as black people, we have some false entitlements, but
Now you just lost me with that one. Oh Lord Jesus. Lord.
Wait a minute. Jennifer joking. She joking, Mike. She messing with you. She messing with you, Mike.
I know.
No, she messing with you, Mike. Don't take that serious. Jennifer trolling right now. She trolling.
Jennifer ain't no troll because she don't know how to troll.
She don't know how to troll. Jennifer, you don't mean that. She don't mean that, Mike. She don't mean that. Jennifer just messing with us now.
Now don't nobody want to buy no popcorn. Then you talk about
this popcorn.
You know what? I would buy some popcorn if they paid me reparations. How about that? I'll buy some popcorn as soon as they give me my reparations.
Wait a minute, hold on.
I'll buy all the popcorn you want me to buy.
We don't need reparations. And then she asks us to buy some popcorn.
That's black people for you, boy. I promise you. Oh my God. Look, I'm trying, nephew, but I don't know what's going on. What?
We didn't go through. No. Reparations.
Phil, just
See, reparations is for the ancestors of slavery, slaves. And seeing that we all are ancestors of slaves, we deserve that. We deserve the reparations to go to us. So reparations is only that. Our ancestors didn't get their proper reparations, so that would go to their people, and their people are us. So that's what reparations is for. Even though we didn't go through it, they owe our ancestors. And since our ancestors not here, guess what? They got to pay us. I got $10 left to meet my goal. She's still talking about this.
See, this is what you deal with when you do live. You deal with stuff like this, and you have to expect it. You have to. First of all,
left to meet my goal.
Yeah, whatever. First of all, look, and I'm not that guy to talk about reparations because I'm familiar with it, but I'm not knowledgeable enough where I can talk confidently about it. I really want to have. I actually trying to get somebody to come on and and talk about it. Why do we?
Sean, stop, Sean. Please.
No, Sean,
stop.
Listen. I completely and wholeheartedly agree with you. I agree. I mean, it is. It's just I don't know. It is well. Okay, two things. First of all, reparations, right? The word reparations is basically it's from the word repair, right? So really all reparations is doing is repairing the damage that was done by previous generations. That's all it is. Do you know that Germany paid the Jews reparations for the Holocaust?
Mm-hmm.
They paid them reparations.
Native Americans got money too, and got
Native Americans.
I know that for a fact because
why do you think they got all the casinos?
Part of that.
Why do you think they got all the casinos? And that's not a racist statement. I'm being real.
No, because they got their land and they got their little piece of the pie.
The Japanese, we're paying the Japanese reparations, believe it or not. So to say that we don't deserve reparations, oh no, you're a little misguided in that notion because we definitely deserve.
But I'm gonna be honest, Mike. I don't think about it because I truly believe that they never gonna give us that because then they have to admit their faults, and they're never gonna admit their faults. Giving us reparations mean that they would have to admit what they did to our ancestors was wrong, and I just don't believe these white folks are gonna do that. So I don't even think about reparations. I don't talk about it. I really don't care because I truly feel that we're never gonna get reparations. Look, this is my opinion.
No, that's something that we've talked about before.
Yeah.
You all have to realize.
Speak on it.
You all wonder why, like, race is always an issue in this country, right? Like think about it. Why has this been one of the race is like the red-headed stepchild of America?
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's one of those. It's the gay cousin that nobody talks about. Right? It's that it's just something that we kind of overlook and we hope that it goes away. Unfortunately, this last fool that we had in the highest office in the land showed you all that not only does racism still exist, but it is just as powerful as it was years ago.
That's right. Always have.
It's never really gone away.
Wow.
It just kind of hid itself a little bit better. That's all it did.
What the orange dude did, Mike, was he made it comfortable for the racists to come out and show you how they truly feel about black people.
Absolutely.
And other races also.
That's
the Arabs and the Mexicans, That's all he did.
That's the only thing he did. All he did was just basically make them feel comfortable with
Exactly.
how
Oh,
they
no.
felt. That's why Target right now it can carry you know, a clan starter kit. You know, basically, I mean, it's just polos, a khaki, and a tiki torch, and a coupon for a bad haircut. So that stuff is right
Some
there.
of and some of you get assault rifles out
Some
of.
of them you can get assault rifles out of them. That stuff is it's in exactly, Jennifer. It's just in plain sight now.
That's
But
right.
it was a little bit more concealed. But the thing is like the reason why it won't go away anytime soon is because you have to have somebody to admit that this system was set up for the sole reason of preventing us to advance as a
And
people.
they never gonna do it, Mike. We said that.
And they're
We
never
said
going to do it. This system, and not only are they not going to admit that, but then people have to admit that not only was this system set up, but then they also have to admit that yes, they benefited from that system.
bingo.
Who's going to admit to that? Ain't nobody going to admit that. Who's going to stand up and say, you know what? Listen, black people, I'm sorry because this system was set up to make you fail. Unfortunately, you all flourished. I mean, and we did. Even after the Civil War, black people, we were still slaves and we still flourished. This is why it's crazy to me why, I hear people say we can't do this, we can't do that. We can. But our mentality has changed so much that we just feel that we have convinced ourselves that if we don't have help, we can't do it. And that's crazy to me. But these people will never admit that these things were set up. They'll never admit that. And because they'll never admit it, we'll never have that conversation. And because we'll never have that conversation, race is going to always be a problem in this country.
It ain't going nowhere at all.
It ain't going nowhere. And you're exactly right. You're exactly right, Jennifer. Look, I've been saying this for the last 8 years. There is anybody that was born in the 30s and the 40s should not be serving in the current office. Because 9 times out of 10, their thought process hasn't changed over the years. But these are the people that's making laws.
But that's what I said before, Mike. It's nothing going to change until there's a complete overhaul. We got to get all those dinosaurs up out of those seats that they've been here for like 30 or 40 years for things to change.
There is no reason Mitch McConnell should still hold a seat. There's no reason.
If he got a strong following.
I mean, but a following is one thing, but I'm just saying there should be some laws like, look, dude, you know what? You didn't serve 2 terms, you didn't serve 3 terms. I mean, because look, how many years do they serve? It's like, what's the term for them?
For the government and man, they can run as long as they want.
I mean, but it's by terms though. Was it like 3 years? Because is it 4 years like the president?
It's 4 years.
Okay,
and they go to re-election.
So how is it that you can limit the president being elected only 2 terms, but somebody in Congress can be elected for a lifetime? You got to understand that people's mind things change over the course of 8 years.
But you got to remember though, Mike, back then they wanted to keep those laws the same, so they made it where they keep the right folks in those seats.
This is what I'm saying.
Keep those laws coming. So that's why I say we got to get those dinosaurs. And it's not just, and we're going to stop saying Republican.
Right.
Because you got a lot of Reagan Democrats also.
Absolutely.
A Reagan Democrat is someone who is who is more conservative than a conservative Republican. That's what they call them, a Reagan Democrat.
Yeah. And you guys, listen, y'all have to understand. This is something you have to understand too, right? This is why we harp so much on the importance of voting locally, Because if the people that's in position are the ones that's making the laws, and the laws that's in place are the things that keep holding you back, how do you think you're going to get out of that stuff? You have to change the laws. You have to change the policies. How do you change the laws and the policies? You get the people out of office that make the laws and the policies. But you know what we do? Let me tell you what we do. I'm gonna say exactly. You know what we do, Phil? You know what we do. You know what we do, right? I ain't gonna vote. Because my vote don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna count my vote.
Mike. They already know they gonna put in office.
They already know who they want in office. What I'm gonna go and vote for.
I'm not gonna go and vote.
I'm finna go buy me finna go get me a Mr. Pure orange juice, a pack of Newports, and 2 super donuts, and I'm going home.
Mike, relax, Mike. Relax.
I'm going home.
Stop being stereotypical now. Relax.
I'm black. I can't be stereotypical.
Yeah, you are, because you're nothing like that.
No, I can't.
You're nothing like that.
No, I can't. I can't be.
I'm
black.
I can't. Pure as some Newports. Stop it, Mike.
Ain't that what y'all say? I'm black. I can't be racist. I can't be racist because I'm black.
I'm not in the mood for
I'm going to get me a Mr. Pure, some a pack of Newports, and a couple of super donuts, and I'm calling it a night.
And some salt and vinegar sunflowers.
And if there's anything left, put it on pump.
Let me stop. See, now I'm getting carried away. I'm not gonna fall this tour trap with you.
If there's anything left, put it on pump 6, Habib. I'm out.
Mike, relax. No, but seriously, Mike, I mean, nothing's going to change until there's an overhaul of Washington, D.C.
It's not, man. It's not the same thing. But so when COVID hit, they came up with the vaccines and quick because it's affecting their money. Absolutely. NBA shut down their power, money. That's correct. Was tampered with. We got to get in real power. And what I thought was power was being the president, but that wasn't. Man, look, let me tell you something. The president don't have as much power as people think he does.
No,
because you got
the Congress is the power people. Those are power players. Those are the ones that make your laws, man.
You got to understand, the president is still a servant of the people.
Exactly.
Actually, everybody that's sitting up on that hill is a servant of the people. But they forget that. And you know why they forget it? Because we don't remind them.
Yeah.
And you know how you remind them? You vote them niggas out.
But you know, Mike, even with the president could come up with some type of bill, and he has to go through Congress and Senate to get it passed.
Because the way the government is set up, no one has absolute power.
No.
The only people that have absolute power are the people that put these laws and policies. Look, let me tell you something. And they keep on talking about the Constitution. When the Constitution was written, they had no idea what was going to be going on today.
No, man. Constitution was written back in slavery time, man.
They had no idea what was going to be going on today.
What was he, 1/3 of a man or something? What was
y'all worried about freedom of speech and all this other stuff. You need to be worried about the 14th Amendment, how they trying to change it. That's what you need to be worried about. Because the 14th Amendment is what gives you the ability to give you your freedom of speech. It gives you your God-given rights.
Mm-hmm.
And you let them mess around and let them change that. I bet you would be sitting up there crying still, talking about something. Look, you will really be wanting that seat at church then, because that's gonna be the only thing you about will own.
Chill, Mike. We ain't getting on church no more. But Mike, that's why I stress so hard that voting locally is the way to go, because those are the guys that you're sending to DC. Those are the guys that you send in downstate Illinois. Those are the guys, those congressmen, those state representatives, those senators and stuff.
Absolutely.
Those are the guys that you have to make sure that you vote the right person in, because those are the guys that not only going to be making the laws in D.C., you got to still think about the state of Illinois.
Yeah.
Those are the guys going down in Springfield that's making the laws that's going to affect us in Chicago and all over this state. So that's why I always stress, the president, that's all that. But if you really want to make some serious change, you have to seriously get real serious about voting locally.
Yeah.
And you have to really start researching these candidates.
Look, man.
Just because they're Democrats don't mean they're your type of Democrat. That's all I'm saying. Just because they're Republican, they might not be your type of Republican. So you have to research these candidates. Absolutely.
I mean, look, I even all during the election, I cautioned y'all. Look, don't vote in your feelings, man. Vote for the person. Vote for the person who you think will best serve you
Yeah,
and have your best interest in the policies that you believe in at hand. But it all, and Jennifer, you're absolutely right. It all starts at a local
that's
level.
why I said
You
start
know,
focus on
and
voting local.
and I go back to what Sean said. This vaccine. Let me tell you something. If this stuff wasn't affecting sports the way it's been affecting it, because you got to imagine they losing a lot. They lost a lot of money.
Yeah, man, it's about this country gonna be opened up. Soon they get enough people take that shot, they gonna open this country back up, man.
As
It's
soon
about
as I, as
money with
soon as,
this
I, as soon as I
vaccine.
get my shot, boy, listen, this man, look, because I think it's and this whole thing, and that's a whole nother subject. We can talk on that for a whole nother hour. I'm so sick of y'all Negroes that keep on talking about I ain't getting the shot. That's the Tuskegee experiment. And then if I ask you niggas what the Tuskegee experiment is, half of y'all can't tell me. That's right. I said it.
Mike, you gotta chill, bro.
I'm sick of this, Phil.
You gotta chill, man.
I'm
You
sick
got
of
to
it.
chill.
Because the Bible say that the people will die from they will die. Do you understand that? From the lack of knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
And it's too many of us that's going around telling other people that I'm not taking the vaccine because it's I'm not doing that because there's some tracking device in it. I'm not doing it because it's going
tracking device in it.
Dude, it's all kind of craziness. I'm not doing it because of the side effects. I'm not doing this because they're experimenting on black people. I'm not doing it because whatever asinine, stupid, dim-witted, I was drunk when I made up this theory that they come up with. That's what they be, and they sit up there and they go on Facebook and all type of social media with this stuff, and they spread all of these lies and all these rumors with no shred of evidence of their conspiracy theory, not any. And they convince people, don't take it, don't do this, don't do that. And you know what we sit up there and say? Yeah, he's right. Yeah, I'm not gonna take it. Yeah.
Well,
Goofy.
Mike, all I can tell people with that is stop listening to people and start getting knowledge on your own.
Read up on the stuff.
Start getting your own knowledge. Stop listening to. I'm serious about that, man. Get knowledge of self. Start getting some knowledge, and you won't have to listen to nobody. Cause that tracking device thing, that was kind of funny.
Yep. Well,
somebody believe in that, then you a fool.
He's right. He's right about that Tuskegee experiment. Yep. And I'm like, what's the Tuskegee experiment?
Go back and research that.
And the moment somebody say it, I say, what's the Tuskegee experiment? You never heard of it? Nope. What is it? Oh man, you need to read up on it. Well, I'm asking you, what is it?
Some people try to come off as like they smarter than what they really are. That's why I believe in. My daddy always said, you let a person talk long enough, you're gonna see how stupid they are.
Yep.
So that's how I look at it. That's
Tuskegee.
How I look at it.
Yep. Tuskegee.
If you shut up and get your own knowledge, you'll know what you want to do, and then it will be your choice if you want to take the vaccination shot or not. Because it'll be, but you can't be out here just listening to what somebody else say, because you never know. And same people that's telling you not to do it, they done already got their shot.
Right. That be the bad part. That be the killer part. The same goofy that's telling you don't take the shot. Exactly. This nigga's scheduled.
Them judges too.
Judges, all that. But the same people that's telling you not to take your shot, they already scheduled to take the second one.
Exactly. That's why I said get your own knowledge, man. Go research it. And then you can go on your own decision whether you want to get it or not. But I just think it's real dumb if you choosing not to get the shot because of what you heard from somebody else. We grown, y'all. I'm sorry.
I mean, these people, and I'm sorry if I'm offending some folks, but y'all that believe this stuff about these shots, y'all probably believe the earth is flat. You probably believe that water ain't wet, and you probably believe that air don't really exist because you can't see it. I can't stand y'all. I can't. It's just like how stupid do you have to be? The Earth is flat. So you mean to tell me that God made every planet round and he just looked at Earth and said, "Nigga, I'm gonna make a frisbee with this one." Really? That's what he did? Shut up!
I don't think nobody think the Earth flat but Kyrie.
Shut up! It's like, oh my God! I just, you know what? The one thing I don't have a tolerance for is stupidity. I can deal with a lot of stuff. I can deal with ignorance more than I can stupidity, because ignorance sometimes is just a matter of a person not knowing better. Stupidity is a whole completely different thing. I cannot deal with it. I can't. You know, and I listen. I'm not. Here's the thing. I'm not telling you should or you should. Yes, I am. You should get vaccinated. It's just like these people that don't want to vaccinate their kids. Then your little petri dishes walking around infecting everybody else's kids.
But it's each his own, though, Mike. I understand how you feel, but it's still teach his own.
Man, you keep your little each and own at the crib.
You can't tell nobody what to do. All I
keep
can
keep
do your own research.
Yes, to each his own. And if that's the case, you keep your little germy bastard at home instead of him infecting everybody at school.
Chill, Mike.
Stop it. No, ain't no stop it. I'm sick of people. Oh
my God.
I'm sick of people that don't want to wear a mask because they feel entitled to breathe. Nigga, we all want to breathe. But wear a mask if you don't want to keep yourself safe. Wear a mask to keep somebody else safe. It's inconsiderate that you don't want to wear a mask because of your entitlement. We was just talking about that.
No, you gotta wear a mask out here now.
You breathing all on folks and coughing and hacking, talking about COVID isn't real. And then next thing,
these days you breathe, you hack on somebody, you might get stole on.
You breathing on everybody, and you out here talking about 1 minute you talking about COVID ain't real, and then the next minute you in the hospital sending a video to your loved one, somebody some stay strong. Shut up. Just shut up.
Yeah, you on the road tonight, Mike. You on the road tonight.
Yeah, nephew, they done pissed me off, man, because it's been going on for too long. And then this ignorant governor in Texas is about to open up. Now, y'all niggas just thawed out. You just thawed out. And now you're finna open up Texas so everybody can just walk around all willy-nilly and breathing all on everybody and infected everybody. Then the next thing,
money down there, bro.
I get it, man, but I mean,
money gotta get to move. Mike, but while we talking about, trust me, while we talking about Texas, once they get enough people vaccinated up north, up here,
I know,
we're gonna open this up.
But
money, see, these big time white folks losing money, man. I know. Those are the ones that's on their heels to do something about it. Money is being lost. See, we might not see it because it's not us that's losing that big bread. But believe me, them billionaires and them yeah, they yelling at some state representative or somebody, because those guys have things called lobbyists. Those nothing but big time billionaires that donate millions and millions to their campaign. So guess what?
I know, man.
One of those guys come to you and say, "Hey, man, what are we doing?" Because
Mississippi is open too. Oh, Jesus.
What's that?
Jennifer said Mississippi is open.
Of course it is. South gonna be open. Atlanta been open. Why do you think everybody moving to Atlanta? Why do you think everybody going to Atlanta now?
To die, obviously. That's why they're going down.
Because Atlanta is the only place. Atlanta, Miami, like a lot of states in the South are open. But you gotta remember who runs those states. Now Atlanta, you gotta remember who runs those states also.
But I just don't understand. And you can see it, and this is what kills when they be like, man, that stuff, they just show you what they want you to see on the news. All of these people didn't die from COVID. I'll give you a perfect example of how stupid some people sound, right? Let's just say there's a person that has cancer. And they've had cancer, they lived with cancer. They get COVID, they go into the hospital, they die. The hospital rules their cause of death is from COVID-19. You have people that say, well, they had cancer, they were going to die anyway. So they can't say that COVID killed them. Here's the thing. The person was living with cancer. When they got COVID, it made the pre-existing condition worse. They died. Cause of death. COVID. No. They should have listed it as cancer. No, that's not what he died from. But I'm like, why is that so hard to understand? I can have a pre-existing condition that I am living with. I get COVID and I die from said condition. I did not die from my pre-existing condition. I died because COVID made that pre-existing condition worse. This is what you idiots don't understand.
Yeah, but Mike,
all these numbers, there's over 500,000 people. This is just some random number that they pulling up. These are empty chairs in people's homes. These are birthdays that won't be celebrated, anniversaries that won't be celebrated, Christmas gifts that won't be opened, graduations that won't be attended. And y'all got pandemic fatigue. I just want to go out the side. That's what you want to do? Then you go right ahead and walk right into your death. And it would not bother me at all because you died from being stupid. Instead of just doing what's asked of you to do. And it's not even so much as you ain't got to protect yourself, like I said. Just be mindful of other people. Just be mindful of other people. Wear a mask. If you have the opportunity to get vaccinated. Because some of you asymptomatic, you little petri dishes, y'all walking around, don't even know you sick, and you infecting people. That stuff. And it's just like, why is it that people don't get it? It's a plot by the government. The government caused COVID. You know what? They probably did. Who knows? Maybe they didn't. Maybe it was something that just happens. Who knows? All I'm saying is it's just like, Jesus, we just got to be smarter with something. We just got to be smarter with the things that we do. And these people opening these states and folks not getting vaccinated, especially us. Let me tell you how deep this goes. Do you understand that when this stuff first came out, black people actually believed that we could not get infected? We said, we can't get infected by this. And you know what happened? Black folks started dying from it by the thousands. The very same people that said they couldn't get infected got infected. This is not a joke, people. It's not a joke. It's not. Almost 1 million people, over 500,000 people have died from this stuff. And it's people that's died today. That's going to die tomorrow and the day after and the day after that and the day after that and the day after that until we get this thing under control. And the only thing that people ask you to do is to wear a mask and get vaccinated. But y'all would rather not. And then you want to go to all these events where everybody is all around each other and hugging and doing whatever, spreading your little germs, drinking, sharing your cups, whatever it is that you do, your super donuts, whatever it is that you bought. Hey, dog, you got a short? Here you go. Y'all already, I mean, it's, oh my God.
Stop, Mike. Stop it.
I just can't with people sometimes, man. I just
understand that, Mike. But like I said, man, you just make sure you do. I just say you just make sure you do what you need to do, man. That's all I can tell you. Because folks have the right to their own choices. I read whether we agree with them or not. I mean, and that's God's truth. And it's gonna be up to us. It's gonna be up to us to make sure we're doing what we're supposed to do.
I understand.
I mean, that's just the way of the world.
Just because a person have a right to their own choice, it doesn't mean that it's the best choice.
I never said
Yes,
it was. I'm just saying we all have a right to our own choice, Mike. It's up to us to make sure we do what we're supposed to do to make sure we're all right.
I never said that people didn't have a right to choose. It's just like if you take a test with multiple choice answers, you have the right to choose whatever answer you want to. It don't mean that the answer you might choose is going to be the right one. All I'm saying is that yes, you have the right to choose and do whatever it is that you want to do, but Jesus, just do the sensible thing. That's all I'm saying. But but you're exactly right. People gonna do what they want to do. People gonna go where they want to go. They're gonna believe what they want to believe. They're gonna call a group of people
And
niggas.
all we can do is make sure we do what's right.
People gonna fire folks for no reason. I mean, it's just the world we live in, man. What can you do? What can you do? What'd you say, Jennifer? Jennifer said this is real. I talk to people every day that have COVID. Listen to them gasp for air. It's not funny, but it's just how you worded it is kind of funny. But no, it's true. Look, man, I don't watch all these doggone dedications and memorials and stuff, man. I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of watching this stuff. I'm tired of seeing it every day. And it's things that can easily be avoided. That's all I'm saying. If we would just be sensible and just say, okay, let me do this and let's try to get through this thing together. Because really, all it is, you know what it is? It really just goes back to what Sean said. It's just a sense of entitlement. I'm entitled to my decision. I'm entitled to my choice, and I'm going to do what I want to do. And that's why we're in the
But
predicament
they can
that we
go
are
both
now.
ways, though, Mike. You understand? We can be entitled to saying that you should do this, and they can be entitled to saying I'm not going to do it. So it go both ways. It's entitlement on both sides.
Tell me once when I said it didn't go both ways.
I never said you said. I just said it goes both ways, Mike. Come on now, bro.
I know it goes both ways. I never said that it didn't. I'm just voicing my disdain for the people that choose to do the stupid thing. They have the choice to be stupid all day. I mean, it's funny to you, and you can sit up there and laugh because you think I'm stressing over nothing, but it's not. When I see people dying, and when I see people dying for stupid reasons, oh well, they just choose to do that. I mean, people choose to sell drugs. People choose to use drugs. Don't mean that it's right. People choose to do things every day. Folks die from their choices. I get that. I totally understand that. All I'm saying is that sometimes people should choose to do the right thing, and not just because it's something that I just want to do. And you absolutely have that right. You go ahead, baby, and live your life. But when it's affecting me and mine, that's when I have a problem. I'm not saying that people ain't got their choice, but when what you do, when the things that you choose to do affect other people, absolutely I have a problem. I have a problem with that. And more people should have a problem with that. But we don't. You know what we say? It is what it is, fam. And we just walk away and people just go ahead and continue to be stupid.
Mike, we can't make nobody do something that we want them to do.
I didn't say make them do anything. I didn't one time say make them do anything. I said people should consider every now and again doing the right thing and not just something because they just want to do it. If you know that this stuff is going to help, instead of you just feeling like, I mean, I watch these videos of these people that want to go into the stores and they don't want to wear a mask. And the stores are simply saying, listen, if you want to come in, you have to wear a mask. No, I don't. Yeah, you do. Because these are the rules that's in place in this particular store. You want to shop here, you have to wear a mask. And folks are calling the police and they fighting because they don't want to wear a mask. Why? Why is it so hard for you to wear a mask to go into the store? Why? Do they have a choice to not wear a mask? Absolutely. And you know what else they can choose to do? Go to another store. But they don't. They want to go to the store where they ask the people to wear masks to come into the stores. To me, you're being antagonistic when you're doing that.
I want to know what store is not, because all the stores I go to, you can't walk in there without a mask on your face.
Yeah, and it's most stores do, but believe me when I tell you, it's a lot of people that be like, no, I don't want to wear a mask. I don't have to wear a mask. It's not a law. Where is it in the law? Where is it in the law? Where is it in the law? That's the first thing they say. It's not a law for me to do it. It's not a law for me to do it. It's like, do you not understand that as a business, I can refuse to service you at any point in time? I don't have to service you. That's actually about law. I have the right to not service anybody that I don't want to. And if I'm saying that you need to wear a mask before you come into my store, then you need to wear a mask before coming to our store.
Yeah, that's about every store, man.
But entitled people who choose their entitlement over just doing, I don't know, the sensible thing, they want to make a fight and they want to fuss about it.
I want to know what store they going to. They won't put a mask on. Well, you ain't gonna get nothing, because just about every store now, they ain't letting you in the door without a mask. So, man, I want to know what store. I want to know what store they going to that's allowing them not to wear masks.
None. But see, these people will fight you tooth and nail because they don't want to wear it, because they don't feel that they have to. They're choosing not to wear it. They're saying that it's their God-given right to breathe. You know what? What time is it? It's after 9 o'clock. I'm finna end this thing because, you
got out what you need to get out.
No, and I never will, because people will always be stupid, and I'm always have an issue with it. I'm just gonna be honest with you. It's gonna always. I'm gonna always have an issue.
God.
I'm gonna always have an issue. I'm just not that dude to just say it is what it is, Phil. I'm so sorry. I'm going to always have an issue with people who choose not to do the right thing. I will always have that issue. It's just how I'm built. It's in my constitution. I'm going to always have that issue. Hey, you can choose to do what you want to. Don't make it right, but it's your choice. It's just like freedom of speech. You can choose to say and you can choose to say what you want to, but does that relinquish you from the responsibility of what you say? And people don't look at it that way. They just say I can say what I want to, and think that what they say, they can't be held responsible for what they say. It's stuff like that. So it is what it is, as you all say. Live y'all life, do whatever it is that you're gonna do, and be happy, I guess. If you're going to get vaccinated, or if you're thinking about getting vaccinated, look it up, research it before you make your decision. Please don't listen to these idiots talking about the Tuskegee experiment. Is it something that happened? Yes, but please research it before you say, I'm not going to get vaccinated. Stop listening to these conspiracy theorists while they've already been vaccinated, and they're trying to discourage you from getting it. I'm just saying. The one thing, if you don't take nothing else from today, y'all take this. If with any and everything that you do in life, I challenge you to be informed and not influenced. That's all I want from you all. If you can do that for me, then I've done my job. Be informed and not influenced. Stop letting people influence. Don't even let me influence you. Don't even let me influence you. Don't let Phil influence you. Don't let your family influence you. Get information, solid information. Get some information before you make your decisions. And don't be influenced by people. We live in a world and a time now where society is built on influencers. That's all social media is. They actually call them influencers because these people have followings and folks that like them because they can influence people. They influence them to buy things. They influence them to watch things and to do things and whatever it is. And that's wonderful. It's great. But don't be that follower. Don't be that person where everything somebody says, you take it for face value. Research it, look it up, come to your own conclusion, just like I am about Coming to America, because they dragging that movie right now, boy. Woo! They talking about this movie is trash. And I'm like, man, it don't even come out until tomorrow. I'm just going to tell you. And they already talked about this movie and said it is garbage. Now, dude. I stopped reading the reviews, man. I stopped.
Well, now just wait till you see it, Mike, and come to your conclusion. Wait till you see it and come to your conclusion, man.
No, it's not dumb people. Dumb people is different. Stupid, it's a difference between being stupid and dumb. I don't like stupid people. Dumb people I can deal with. Stupid people I can't.
Put my comment up. No, put my comment up.
What comment? What are you talking about?
I pressed comment in it.
Oh, man, I'm on the soapbox. I ain't got to put your comment up. Since you got to try to sneak a little comment in there, just say what you gonna say,
No,
Mister. I don't have Messenger on my computer. That's why I couldn't log on.
You usually send through email. You know that, Mike. You usually send through email. Don't do that.
I don't have Messenger on my computer.
No, I don't. I don't have it on my laptop. It's on my phone. I don't. You know, but I'm used to you sending through email. You know what you was, man. Listen, we ain't gonna talk about that. When it come down to it, Mike, everything you saying is totally right. But we have to be
That's all it is.
Real about this mess. Niggas gonna do what niggas gonna do. It's up to you to make sure.
What you talking about? She watching it?
I'm watching it.
What are you watching?
Yeah, we watching it tomorrow, baby.
Oh, well, yeah, I'm gonna watch it. But I'm just saying, man.
Mike, listen, Mike, it's up to us to make sure we do what we have to do to make sure that our family is okay. We can't worry about other people because I don't know anybody that can walk in the store. People should be done with fuss with folks about masks because every place I go, they stop you at the door.
You will be, dude. You will be a well. I mean, you know,
they stop you at the door.
It's mostly white people that's doing the complaining.
Yeah.
Because I don't see too many black people complaining about wearing a mask when they go into a store. We just put the mask on and we just do what we're supposed to do. Now,
okay, I get it now. I get it.
Yeah.
I'm wondering where you at, home?
Now, some will say that we're just used to conforming, whatever. But yeah, it's those people.
Okay. All right, I get it now because I'm wondering you talking about stop looking around like somebody gonna do something to you. Just say it.
It's those people that feel a little more entitled than they should that don't want to wear the mask. And that, you know, I have a problem with them. And then with us, I have a problem with the fact that we're telling each other don't get vaccinated. And that's just silly. But yeah, that's what it is. It's entitled people that don't want to wear the mask. And I'm just like, it's just the stupidest thing.
Yeah, but Mike, like I said, man, just make sure you do what you got to do.
Willful ignorance. That is exactly what it is.
But Mike, we gotta make sure we do what we gotta do to make sure we all right.
Yes, absolutely.
You got some ignorant people out here, and it's sad to say they ain't going nowhere neither.
No, them niggas ain't going nowhere.
No, they ain't going nowhere, homie.
And that's NIGGAS.
Yeah.
For you guys that want to, you know, try to make it seem like it's a different in the word.
Relax. Yes, okay, whatever. We don't say nigger. We don't say what's up, my nigger. We don't.
Well, that's neither here nor there. Listen.
I don't care what you or anybody else say. It's still the same content. It still means the same. As soon as you get off, and anybody that said that, believe me, they still gonna say nigger tomorrow.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
So let's not be hypocritical.
Oh, that's not being hypocritical. That's just being honest. I didn't say I was going to stop saying it. I'm just saying, I just know that there's no difference in the word. I've acknowledged the fact that there's no difference in the word.
John Craig.
Yeah, no.
John said we finally got to wear a mask and not viewed as criminals.
I absolutely agree. I can finally wear one in the store without you looking at me suspect. And now, you know, it's like, dang. You know how long I've been wanting to do that?
That was a good one, bro.
Oh, Lord.
Jack said I got a violin, only plays sad songs.
Hey, man, you call it what you want.
He need it, baby. He need it right now.
It's just like the Bible. You all have fallen victim to strong delusion. That's all it is. And that's fine because that's your choice.
What you just say?
Strong delusion.
No, what did you just say? What did you just say? Did you say just, Mike, we're not going down that road?
He said take off your hood. Nah, man, look. They'll kill you over that hoodie, boy, I tell you.
Never you said because I love my niggas.
I know, I saw that. Listen, next month is since it's my birthday month, I thought I would do something that I actually love doing. It's gonna be music month. All our featured guests next month are going to be local artists, and I'm going to have some musical guests on. They're going to talk about their music, talk about they start and all that good stuff, man. Look,
we're having on here.
Don't worry about that. I got some things in the work. That's
good?
what I do. I'm hoping. I told them to send some music if it's trash.
I thought about will we be able to play their music on here? Because on that copyright infringement mess.
If it's them saying you can play my music,
okay, because Facebook be tripping.
Forget Zuckerberg. He racist too. He probably looking at Facebook like, look at all these niggers. And I know he uses it with the ER. I'm just saying. Anyway, that's what we're doing next month. Listen, Tuesday. Make sure if you got
have a talent show.
Oh God, I don't actually. Maybe one Thursday we'll do karaoke. Oh, we might have to do that, Phil. You done messed up now.
I'm not doing. I did it only one time.
We might have karaoke one Thursday during April. Who knows? Ain't no telling what might happen. But listen, next week I have a principal from the Chicago Public School System who's going to be joining us on Tuesday. He's going to be talking about just the current environment in school with the e-learning and how some view it as a detriment to our kids. But then there are some positive things about e-learning. So he's going to be on. His name is John Bennett. And he's going to be on next week. I'm also going to have a parent on too. So we're going to kind of get it from both sides. If you have kids or grandkids in e-learning, if you ever sat in front of a computer all day and wished, oh my God, I hope they go back to school, this will probably be the episode for you. The cool thing is that what we try to always do is not only just bring light to problems, but we try to bring some solutions along with it as well. So he's going to be joining us next week. And then on the week after, we're going to have my friend Brandon Love and his wonderful wife is going to be on. Brandon Baldwin, I'm sorry. He's going to be on the third Tuesday, and him and his wife, and they're going to talk about their podcast, Married at 23. And we're going to be talking about, I got a really, really interesting topic because they're a young couple and they have kids, and it's something that I don't want to spoil, but it's going to be really cool. And then on the it's 5 Tuesdays this month. I didn't think about that. All right, so we might take that 5th Tuesday off. Yeah.
That'd be Mr. Classic Tuesday.
Yeah, we might take that 5th Tuesday
off.
No,
you didn't hear me? I said that'd be Mr. Classic Tuesday.
Oh, you want to do something Tuesday?
Yeah.
All right, well, let me know what you want to do.
The brunchiest, most ghettoest, most ignorant. No, I'm just joking, dude. We're going to take that Tuesday off.
Lord,
hey, man, I was upset, man. You tried to play me and send me through a doggone messenger.
Man, get out your feelings, dude. You 50 years old. Talking about you upset.
Yeah, I was upset at you.
Man, if you can't get Messenger, all you gotta do is download it. It don't take that much. No, yeah, you just say yes, give me Messenger.
I ain't got time for that.
Man, you better learn how to adapt and change.
Yeah, what we eating, baby? What we eating?
That's why Blockbuster's dead right now, because they couldn't adapt.
Please. That ain't why Blockbuster did.
Yes, it is. Because they didn't want to adapt. They saw Netflix and laughed at Netflix. Netflix is like, all right, don't follow our lead. And you know what happened?
But you know what? Netflix shut everything down.
Niggas
don't even sell DVDs no more because of Netflix.
This is what I'm saying. Hey, see, thank you, nephew. That's what I'm saying. So listen, this month we got some good stuff lined up for this month. I'm trying to get some musical guests for next month. So we got some things going, man. Listen, I told y'all we keeping this thing moving, and we still gonna celebrate our entrepreneurs all through the year. So we got an entrepreneur scheduled for this month as well. She's gonna be here on the 4th Tuesday. Please remember to like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're trying to build our YouTube channel up. If you know some people that like topics like this, hang out and like some good conversation, want to partake in good conversation, man, look, let them know about ManUP Real Talk. Tell them they can come hang out with us, and we can keep this thing moving forward. And I think that's pretty much it. I'm going to show Phil how to download Messenger on his computer so he won't have this issue again.
No, you won't.
And
download nothing on his computer.
Oh, you gonna download Messenger because that might be the only way I send it from now on.
Say what?
That might be the only way I send it from now on.
No, you're not, Mike.
Okay.
You my brother-in-law. You wouldn't do that to me.
Strong delusion.
Oh, I almost cussed. You know what? Yeah, let's go. Thank you all for coming out. And
Oh,
you
yeah.
might
I
go
knew it
out.
was something I was forgetting. Thank you, Regina. Listen, tomorrow on Voices Rising Up, the ladies of Faith, Hope, and Charity, they're going to have their singles ministry broadcast.
Are they
Y'all,
on tomorrow?
they on tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Y'all need to check them out. Listen, I don't know how we're going to do it, but we need to have I want to do almost like a battle of the sexes type thing with the ladies ministry, and then we got Man Up Real Talk. I need to get a couple more guys, and we're
What
gonna
you
have
want
to
to do?
make that happen. I don't know. I got something in mind, so I'm trying to cook something up, and I think it's gonna be really
What's
good.
going on, Eddie? What's going
Hey,
on,
hey,
bro?
what's up, man? Appreciate you. But listen, make sure you all check her out. Check her and the girls out on tomorrow. That's 7 o'clock on
Voices
Voices
rising up.
Rising Up. That's Voices Rising. Oh, Jay said he down. Okay. Well, look, I'm trying to get about 4 people filled because see, it's 4 of them, and we need 4 guys. We're gonna have like a battle of the sexes, man. It's gonna be dope. I'm telling you.
What against Mississippi now?
Yeah. It's gonna be a little collab thing, and it's gonna be good. I have an idea for some stuff, so we're gonna have to work it
Let
out.
me know, man. I got to check
Yeah,
my schedule.
but make sure you guys check them out, man. Listen, it ain't just for. Here's the cool thing about what they do. It ain't just conversation for the ladies. It's geared toward the ladies. But the conversation that they have, I'm telling you, fellas, we can pick up some stuff from this too. Even if you're married, don't get it twisted. Just because it's singles ministry, the stuff that they talk about is beneficial for us, even though we're married. Because man, let's be honest, fellas.
John said
Sometimes,
he down too, Mike.
yeah. Oh man. Okay. Yeah. We definitely have to. We definitely have to get something going. But make sure you all check them out. If y'all ain't doing them tomorrow, 7 o'clock. It's on the Voices Rising Up Network. You can look them up right up on Facebook. You can't miss it. If not, I'll make sure I'll post the link here in the chat. So if you guys are interested, y'all can click onto that link tomorrow at 7 o'clock.
Please
Listen, they
check
do
them out.
they do good. That man, they have some good
They have
conversation,
real
man.
good shows and some great
Really good
topics.
conversation.
Please, and brothers, please, when you if you check them out, give them a call because sometimes you can give them some advice.
Yeah, man. Look, I call them all the time and give them a hard time. But I love them and I love what they do. And I appreciate. You know what I appreciate? I appreciate the honesty in their conversation. And because that's what we're really lacking in this world. It's people have so many opportunities to be fake and to be phony and to try to be something that they're not. And when you come across somebody or some people that's genuine and genuine in their conversation, man, you appreciate it. And I appreciate them and their honesty and their genuineness in their conversation. And I think you all, appreciate it too.
But society don't want that, Mike.
No, they don't want it.
When you genuine and when you honest, you sometimes get shunned.
No, yeah.
Because everybody wants to walk around living in this delusional world that
You look, you know what we need to do a podcast on? This bum post office we got. Nigga, I ain't got mail in over a month. What's really going on?
I think it's time you to call the post office.
I done called the post. Look, that's a whole nother podcast. Anyway, that's it for us on tonight. We have gone well over our time, but as always, I appreciate each and every last one of you all for hanging out with us. Now, I ain't gonna never get it out. As long as the stupid people in the world feel, I will never get it out. My soapbox will forever be next to me for me to stand on. Always.
I can't wait to get this YouTube page up because it's gonna be totally different.
No, yeah, look, my soapbox is gonna be bigger. We're gonna have a soap stage. That's what it's gonna be.
A soap stage.
It's gonna be a soap stage. That's what it's gonna be. Tell you, buddy. But in all honesty and earnesty, I appreciate each and every last one of you guys whenever y'all hang out with us, man, and just all your input, your comments, whatever it is that you do. I appreciate you all. And I mean, like for real, because you guys are what make us who we are.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And I know that had it not been for you all hanging out with us and doing the clicks and all that stuff, man, listen, ManUP wouldn't be what we are today. It's been 4 years we've been doing this.
Yeah, nothing without you all.
Yeah. 4 years we've been doing this. And each round is going higher and higher. And I just believe that if you all stick with us and keep on supporting us, you all will see the fruits of our labor. And y'all gonna be like, man, I remember when. And that's how y'all gonna be talking about us, because this thing is I just think at some point in time, it's going to take off. Man, we're doing right now is just laying the groundwork. That's all this is. We're
Oh,
laying the ground.
we're
We're
about
laying
to
the
pop.
groundwork, man. So
We're about
like
to
I
pop.
said, y'all stick with us because I love y'all and I appreciate y'all. And we gonna ride this thing till the wheels fall off.
Yep.
So listen, until next Tuesday, y'all make sure y'all tune into the Singles Ministry on Friday. And on behalf of Philip Hines with his no messenger having self and and the Man of Real Talk podcast. Listen, y'all get two fingers to the side. Y'all make sure y'all holler at your boys because we out.
Peace.